it into a box or compartmentalize it or tell it what it ought to be. You know, all of you, I don't know all of you who are parents, but you've all heard your kids at one time or another say, "You're not the boss of me. You can't tell me what to do." You've all heard this, right? You all said it yourselves. When I was a kid, I was called a scurvy elephant. Because when I came home from school, I asked Mrs. Scarf, the lady that I was living with at the time, "What's a scurvy elephant?" She said, "Where did you hear that?" She said, I heard Mrs. Poole telling the principal that Wayne Dyer is in her classroom and that he's a scurvy elephant. She got on the phone, she called the principal, she said, "That's Wayne, he never gets anything right, he gets everything mixed up." She didn't say he was a scurvy elephant in her classroom, she said he was a disturbing element in her classroom. Your soul is a scurvy elephant. That inner part of you that wants to expand, it has a theme song. Ready? It was sung by Bing Crosby. It was sung by Roy Rogers. "Oh, give me land, lots of land, and the starry skies above.
Don't fence me in.
Oh, let me ride through the wide open spaces that I love.
Don't fence me in.
Don't fence me in. Don't put a fence around me. Don't put me into a box. Don't tell me how my life ought to be. I came here with a purpose. I came here with something that I have to do." That's your soul speaking. And a person like Steve Jobs doesn't take kindly to it. The ladder that I spoke about, that Rumi placed before us at the beginning of our lives to help us to escape from this world, helps us to deal with this whole idea that we are doomed to make choices. Yes, our physical body is what it is, but we can make choices about it. Yes, our spiritual body, our purpose, our dharma, what we're here for, is also doomed, but we make choices. What are the choices? You came here to be a great artist. I did a whole film on this. It's called The Shift. And this whole idea is that you came here to be a great artist. Do you pick up a paintbrush? Do you do what Van Gogh did? You just go out there and paint because it's in your soul? Because the second characteristic of self-actualizing people, according to Maslow, is that they are detached from outcome. They don't do what they do because of what result is going to come to them. Because of how much money they're going to make, how much prestige they're going to get, how big their business is going to grow. That is not what motivates self-actualized people. What motivates self-actualizing people is, this is my calling. I found myself reading the Bhagavad Gita for the third time in the last 3 months. I just keep reading it over and over, just like when I did the Tao 8 years ago, when I turned 65, and couldn't stop it. And the teachers showed up. The Buddhist proverb is that when the student is ready, the teachers will appear. It's not whether there's teachers there's teachers everywhere. Everything is a teaching. The question isn't whether the teachers are there. The question is, how willing are you to pay attention? How willing are you to listen to that inner voice that no one else can hear? That little scurvy elephant in there that says, "You're not the boss of me. You can't tell me what I'm here for." You have to, it takes a kind of fearlessness, because fear is such an omnipresent force in our lives. You hear the doctor talking about cancer, so much of it. I just had a person on my last public television special named Anita Moorjani, who wrote a book called Dying to Be Me. An amazing book, an amazing woman.